The key is being yourself, and that's the most important thing in what we call as the art of presentation. Now, when we start learning how to speak in front of an audience, the first thing that we should understand is that all of us are speakers. We all know how to tell stories, we all know how to make people laugh, we all know how to make people like to listen to us. All of us have that capacity. Don't think otherwise. So, being natural, being yourself is a way in developing our existing art of presentation. It's not something to develop from the beginning, it's just a case of identifying your current skill and improving on it. That's it. And remember, this is very important. Okay, in simple terms, we call it communication. That's the key. It's essential for our professional life. Forget about it, even personal life. It's just a case of what we normally do, expressing our ideas and telling them, presenting them in a way that they like to listen. And we know it's an art. Among us, there are people who are very good at telling stories, who are excellent at, coming up with exactly what happened, and we are also good. All of us. Because over the last 17, 18, 19, 20 years, that's one skill we've developed continuously in our own way. And remember, there are no two speakers speaking the same way in this world. Everybody has their own style, so you have to make it personal and be proud about it. It's not a case of copying others, it's having your own way of doing it. Okay? Put your personal touch there and you'll be comfortable, and you will have a great way of making others listen to you. And of course, when we speak, we should speak in a way that the people in front of us like what we say. We call it audience, and we need to identify them. And that may be different, right? Sometimes bunch of class, right, bunch of students, friends in in a classroom, or maybe just family members in the living room, or maybe just one person across the table over the phone. Doesn't always have to be a number of people when we speak up. So who the person who is listening to me, who are they, I need to know. Based on them, I need to adjust my speech. Sometimes it will be a mixed group of people. Like imagine that you are talking over Zoom or something, or you are talking to a bunch of strangers or relations from different areas or backgrounds. So then they have different interests, right? So how do you kind of speak in a way that they like you? You just have to think your way through. It's not about planning too much, it's just being natural. Then only you can engage them effectively. Yes, in a presentation, in a speech, there's always visual communication. Sometimes this visual communication could be your eye contact, your eyes, the body language, your hands. Be free with them. But here the visuals are about some other things, such as what you put in a screen, or what you show in a book, or something you direct the other person's eye to. So when you do that, it helps. And yes, but whenever you do the visuals, especially in a PowerPoint or something like that, right, make sure that your visual, that means you, how you talk, how you smile, how you tell the story, that should not be overshadowed by the visuals. That should only support you, the visual. But when you put the slides, make sure that you use simple tense, simple sentences, few of them, to explain the slides carefully. What is it? Why did I put it there? And how is it important for my speech? And the text on slides, whenever you do a presentation, make sure that you don't overdo with the text. You use very little number of text, just words, phrases. Avoid going for long sentences, then the audience will look away from you and keep looking at the screen. Try to read and understand rather than try to listen and get you. Don't let it happen. Yes, speeches, presentations are not about telling theories or principles, about giving examples. personal experience, people love to hear stories, and people love to see the speaker becomes a storyteller. So at least, you know, we should make a step in that way, that direction, you know, to start relating. So it could be my own experiences, or it could be, others, anecdotes we call them, right? But the key is, whenever you tell a story, make sure to tell the story maybe in 4 sentences or maximum in 8 sentences, all in simple language, in simple tense. It's a skill to develop. You can do it. We're very good at telling, cracking a joke, right? Telling a story in 3 or 4 sentences, right? So bring that skill into the speech. People love stories. Never miss it. And that will help people to relate to you, listen to you, right? And understand you. So this thing is this. Whenever you do the speech, don't worry about the start, but plan the end. That's the key, right? Whenever you have the speech ready, when you have a first point, don't rush to the first point when you begin your speech. Just take it easy, smile at the audience and feel them. Just start in a very normal way, right? That's why we call it, right, in speech, you just have to start as a pussycat and end as a tiger, right? It's not in a rough or tough manner, but that's how. Start very soft and small. Smile. Feel the audience. Don't talk too much. Just give hand gestures and all. Keep looking at the crowd. Feel them before you start your delivery. Initially, you should be using little number of words, not too much of words. Don't start loku vachana godak kiyanne. Ehema karanna epa, right? So what you have to do is, yes, use the visuals very less at the start. Just let the people look at you. In the middle, maybe a bit more visuals will help. And again, at the end, try to use very little visuals. Keep people looking at you at start and at the end. In the middle, maybe like slides would be fine. But make sure your presentation and the speech and your language kept simple. Don't use long sentences. Use shorter sentences. Very relaxed way is the best way of a speaker. Don't plan too much. Don't over prepare yourself too much. Never do that. Just come relaxed. And don't oversell your idea. Like, this is a very important point. This is something you should not miss. Don't use that kind of words. I hope you like this. Would be a good way to, introduce a good point. I have to tell you something. I think this is, something that's relevant. Something like that. But it's a very important point. That kind of words, avoid using. And yes, speakers should keep the hands free. Let your hands go wild. Let the gestures happen, right? Be very relaxed in the way we do the things. And if you try to tighten up your hands, like, the behind your back, or, the trying to squeeze the hands together or put them inside the pocket or something, then it inhibits the speech. Don't let it happen. Let the hands do whatever they want to do. And just let go. So the key is what? Be yourself. And the other key, plan the end. What you say at the end, those 2 sentences, plan it. You don't have to worry about other things. Just relax and deliver it. See you in another lesson.